Good morning and welcome to the Nissan Using the Multi-Point Inspection training session. To some of you, this is going to be brand new information, and to others of you, this is going to be a refresher course. You know, you're sitting there wondering, why in the world do I have to sit through another MPI training session? I'm going to challenge you guys with some experience to sit through today, participate, and share some of those best practices with some of the other folks in the room that haven't been in the business as long as you have, and share those best practices with them and how you've used the MPI process, the walk around process to make you successful and to help make you some more money. My name's David Willson. I've been in the fixed operations side of the business for the last 25 years. And most recently, I've been writing service at a big used car dealership in North Carolina. And it has solidified what I've always said in my entire career, that the service advisor job is the hardest job in the dealership, but it's also the most important. And I've really seen that over the last couple months, and I commend you guys for everything that you guys do. So why are we here today? Each and every one of us is a for-profit business, and I want to maximize my profit, just like you want to maximize your profit, just like the dealership wants to maximize their profit. So, let's talk about some things today on how we can utilize that MPI process to maximize everybody's process and to provide a good value to the customer. And, that's what we're all in it for, because without the customer, none of us would be here. The agenda today, we're going to allow everybody to introduce themselves. We're going to talk about the MPI and the customer experience, the MPI and how it relates to CSI. We all know that that's very important as well. I mentioned the profits. We all know that that's what pays the bills. That's what pays the dealership's bills. And then one of the most exciting things to me is using technology to make our jobs easier. We're going to talk about those tablets that everybody is using these days, and what the value is of using a tablet on a day in and day out basis. So, I'm going to pass out, or everybody has sticky notes sitting there in front of them. I'd like everybody to think about who gets value from the multi-point inspection and what that value is. Jot those things down on your sticky notes, and we'll put them up here on the board. And I want everybody to go around the room and then explain what that value is and who that value is for. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier that, the multi-point inspection provides value to a lot of folks. It provides value to obviously the customer. They want to know what's going on with their car. If anything's getting ready to go bad, if their brakes are starting to wear, they need to know about it. And we have the obligation to tell them. Us as service advisors, it gives us a template and a trust building platform to gain that trust with our customers. With the dealership, it gives us a system to track, say, a declined repair, whether it's, tires or brakes or anything else on the car that the customer may decline today. Us as a dealership, we have systems in place to track that, so we can make follow-up calls, we can offer them a discount, and so on and so forth. So, it provides a lot of value to a lot of folks within the dealership. So, what percentage of your day do you really think that you spend with the MPI? Is it 20%, 60, 80%? I think we can all agree that we spend a lot of time working the MPI, explaining it to our customers, talking to our technicians about it. So, it provides a lot of value, but, it's also taken up a considerable amount of time throughout our day. So, with that, I'd like to also ask, what do you guys think is the biggest challenge with using the MPI and the whole process? And, let's shout some of those out, and let's put some of those up on the flip chart so that, throughout the day today, we can try to address some of those challenges, whether it's just having the time to review it with the customer, getting the technicians to make sure they're not just pencil whipping it every time, and relaying that information to the customers. So, let's write down some of those things, and we'll try to address some of those throughout the day. During our next section, we're going to talk about the MPI and the customer experience. I think we can all agree that the customer experience from the time they arrive at the dealer to the time they leave is very, very important. And, when they first arrive and we're talking to them and we're starting to write them up during this write-up process and walk around their car, this is a good time to start explaining that what's going on and why we're going to be using a multi-point inspection. Say they just bought the car, they're in for their first oil change. Everybody knows that everything's probably going to be green on the car, but what a better chance to explain to the customer that we're going to be using this checklist. We're going to go over it each and every time they bring their car in, and this is going to be the foundation for their car and to keeping that thing serviced and making sure that things are going well with it. One of the things that that really enhance the customer experience, and I mentioned it just a little bit ago, is that tablet. And, I think most dealerships are using these on the service drive today. So, I've got a question for everybody. What ways do you think that this tablet has enhanced the customer experience? I think one of the biggest things is it really starts to build that relationship with your customer. It creates that customer awareness. Instead of just sitting behind a computer screen and then walking into the service drive or up to your service desk on the service drive, and you're behind the computer screen just typing and going to town, writing up the repair order. This gives them a chance to understand what you're doing. You can show them and you can empower them through the process to understand what's going on. And, and customers really appreciate that. And, one of the terms that I like to use a lot when, we're talking about this MPI is transparency. We're not hiding anything from the customer. They can see exactly what we're doing. You can have them interact with you. You can hand them the iPad, and, what a better way to have them make their own choice. Okay. When they're choosing from, say, an air filter or a brake pad option, they can choose a good, better, best option themselves with their own finger. And I think to a customer, that really empowers them to make that decision. And, you can continue to use that to maintain that trust. And, over the years or, the series of service events when they come in, they really start to understand that and expect it. Every time they come in, they're going to walk around the car with you. You're going to go through the multi-point inspection on the tablet, and you're going to email them a copy of what's going on with their car. So, I think we can really see the value that a tablet is providing and how valuable that can be. And, one additional thing that I think, I'm going to go back and I'm going to kind of shift gears as we close out this short little video, is that, we're in this to make money, and we're in this to make a profit. And that's what this, this tablet is here for. And I'd like to really go over the results of using a tablet. We've been using these for a few years now, so we've really got some good data that shows the benefit of it. The MPI, as you can see up here on this chart, that the MPI can drive the entire customer experience with the service department, with the technology providing that platform for the process and that experience. It's just a greater and a much better experience for that customer. It also, you can see it drives the dollars per RO. I mentioned at the beginning that we're all a for-profit business. And, I want to do everything I can to maximize my profit in everything I do. And you can see here that in the Southeast region, we have a difference between just a normal paper MPI and a electronic MPI of $108. So, wouldn't you like to add that